So on the Wayback Machine, if you type in the Bank of Canada's website and you look at it back in March of this year, on the main homepage, the top reads like this: "We are Canada's central bank. We work to preserve the value of money by keeping inflation low and stable." That's been at the top. You can use the Wayback Machine to go and you can see it's always there. We work to preserve the value of money. It's right at the top. A couple of weeks ago, someone brought that to my attention. I don't know if you heard of it, but if you go to the Bank of Canada's website now, the motto at the top is "More than a bank, we are the central bank of Canada." They got rid of the words "We work to preserve the value of money." And like, for me, that's just a joke. Like, I know that means nothing. There's no data behind that. There's nothing I can tell you that that means anything. It doesn't guide decisions. But I'm like, there must have been a meeting in the Bank of Canada somewhere, and somebody had to actually decide the words "we work to preserve the value of money." We need to remove those, or we should, we want to, whatever, from the main homepage. To me, that just tells me that, they talk 2%, and then the way you're explaining 1.9% and stuff, like, it all makes kind of sense, and they can cut rates. But the bottom line is that, like, prices never go down. And so we just keep paying more and more and more for all this stuff. I can't really see prices go down. And it just seems to me that if Bank of Canada has a dual mandate, it feels like they got rid of, or no, they only have one mandate, Bank of Canada, and now they changed that. I'm like, it just doesn't even sit right with me anymore.
So
When
I
you hear
agree.
me say that,
I agree
do
with
you
you.
just think I'm like
No,
crazy?
I mean, I think you're crazy because you're a Toronto Maple Leafs fan. But on this specific point, I think you're 100% right. I think that the cut was a mistake.
Yeah,
And
you do, eh? Yeah.
we've joked on the Looney Hour, and I've said that on my Twitter and repeatedly, and I will continue to say it because I continue to think it's a mistake. We joked on the Looney Hour 2 years ago that three would be the new two. And
Mm,
they would never
yeah.
come out and say it
Yeah,
because
yeah,
it
yeah,
would
yeah.
have
Yeah.
implications for the bond market and term premium, and it wouldn't be
Yeah.
seen as sort of a good thing. But I
Yeah.
think ultimately that excuse me, sorry.
That's what's
I think
happening.
ultimately that's what's happening.
That's
And
50% higher. That's not like 1% higher, just for anyone listening.
yeah, that's I mean, yeah, that's actually a really interesting way of thinking about it.